Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad information out there online. Our goal isn't to get you to buy a home today. Our goal is to help you make the best financial decision for you and your family. Welcome to Homebuyer 101. I'm Keith Bizzell with Integrity Mortgage. Let's break it down. One of the biggest questions we get almost every single day is, can I really afford this home? With affordability being one of the biggest challenges that's plaguing the real estate industry, we are finding that the increase or appreciation of the homes over the past few years, combined with these higher level interest rates, have really made it tough for the average American to be able to just purchase a home. It's even been estimated in most areas for the median home, you would need somewhere around $120,000 in combined income just to be able to qualify. So that's put a ton of stress on the market. We've also seen that family household savings hasn't been the greatest either. Only around 45% of homes are actually saving currently and putting away for even an emergency fund. Our purpose and what we try to do is just to help buyers understand that what you get qualified for from a bank or a lender per se, or what you see online, oftentimes differs a large amount from what you should actually be buying. We like to look at people's overall budget, and we've seen, according to Rutgers University, only 32% of all families have an active budget. And so a lot of times we see ourselves even being that source of putting those budgets together for our clients, just so that they're buying something that they'll actually truly love for the long run. So a couple things that we really look at are, if the bank qualifies you for an amount, you just walk in and they say this is your amount, we oftentimes will say, hey, this is where your budget really should shake out. Monthly payment, what should you be buying? Over the years, we've seen debt to income ratios, which is the amount of debt you have compared to your gross amount of income. When I first got into this business almost 30 years ago, that number was around 38%. So your house payment plus all of your car payments, student loans, all of that, what is that percentage to your overall income? That used to be somewhere around 38% is what was considered a high end, or the top of where that should be. Currently today, most lenders are going to take you all the way up to 49 to 50% of what your gross income is, which is pretty insane. So if you make $5,000 gross income, you walk away and you make $4,200, let's say, in net income, they're saying that you could use $2,500 of that for all of your debts. Well, if you already have a $700 or $800 monthly payment on a car, you can see where the math starts getting where it makes what you can afford very, very low. Currently, those back-end ratios are extremely elevated, but it is to try and help the industry get as many people into the houses as they can. The other thing that we do is we look way beyond the mortgage payment, right? Just because especially in Texas, if you're looking online or somewhere else and you're trying to do some type of online calculator, Texas has some of the highest property taxes and homeowners insurance. We have a lot of hail, a lot of things that can happen here. So our insurance, homeowners insurance, compared to nationally, is much higher, as well as we don't have any state income tax. So those property taxes can be a lot higher here. And so when people sometimes go online and they start putting together, hey, this is where my budget should be, this is what Zillow is saying my monthly payment will be on this house, it can be very, very false. And then they fall in love with a house that they just really can't afford. So HOA dues, lawn maintenance, lawn care, furnishing your home, all those things, we try and take that into consideration so that we're advising our clients accordingly, and you're not just out there buying a house and then trying to make it all work, which is what a lot of times happens. The third thing that we do is we try to protect your lifestyle. Again, the Federal Reserve says only 55% of Americans have an emergency 3-month savings, right? And so vacations, retirement, what's your long-term goals and savings? We try to take all that into consideration before just putting all of your eggs and all your money in one basket for just your home. Fourth thing we like to do is look 5 years ahead. What is your family going to look like? Are you going to get married? Will you have additional kids? Right? So we try and take all that into consideration before we just tell you what you can get approved for. You go out and buy a house, and then 2 or 3 years later, it's not going to fit for you anymore. So sometimes we're actually even moving that needle up in sales price to account for maybe additional family. I'm going to be getting married. I have a job increase coming soon. I want to be in this area for that promotion, right? And the fifth thing is we help you make a confident decision. The mortgage financial picture is where you need to start. If you start looking at homes, you're gonna find one that you really love that is probably over your budget, and then you're gonna try and make it work. And let me just tell you, you're gonna end up selling that house, not liking that house, and it can end up in a very bad position for you, and you'll wish you would have started with the financing piece, made sure it was in your budget, and that it would work for you and your family, so that you grow to actually love that home over the years instead of despise it and hate it. A house is one of the biggest ways you can build wealth, and we want to make sure that you do it correctly. Follow along, subscribe to this channel, Homebuyer 101, if you want to stay up to date with what is the best things you can do and the best advice you can get for your mortgage needs. I'm Keith with Integrity Mortgage. Thank you for joining us. We know knowledge builds confidence, confidence creates good decisions, and good decisions produce wealth.